I'm alright. No, honestly, I'm fine. Jack, look me in my eyes and promise me you're alright. I can tell something's wrong with you, but trust me fam, you're right. But I just talk how I normally do and these colloquialisms help to mask my disguise. Yeah fam, I'm blessed, it's calm, you don't have to ask me twice. If you wanna open up to me, you don't have to do it right now, but you can always bail my line. I look at my brother and then I quickly dart my eyes to the side. Then I run a joke and say, why are you being so soppy for? Come on man, now allow it, you're coming like my wife. And I proceed to use that excuse saying, oh man, I'm so tired. And use my forefinger to scoop that literal cry for help down the side of my nose like a water slide. I'm alright. What a lie. Right now I'm crumbling inside and I can't even begin to elaborate on the exasperations of my life. All my inspirations and motivations went down the drain. People asking where the next video is and I just lie and say it's in the pipes. But the only thing there is the despair that's clogging up, and now the gunk and the blockages are starting to push their way to the outside. You can see it on my face fam, you can see it in my eyes. All these wrinkles and blemishes of pure stress, and I've only seen 19 years of my life. I don't speak out because I can't swallow my pride. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna let the whole world know I'm struggling. I don't even tell my creator when I pray at night. So what makes you think I'm gonna tell you if you ask me if I'm alright? Fam, you're bugging. You just bopped straight past the ride. Oh yeah, I mean, my bad, I've had a long night. And I slump myself into the passenger side. They're all there busting jokes, but I can't even crack a smile. I ain't seen my brethrens for a while, they think I'm grafting away, but I'm just hiding in my room thinking my thoughts in denial. I thought this year was meant to be mine, but I ain't even wrote a poem, let alone record for time now. And yeah, I'm so good at putting on pretend smiles, they actually think I'm tired now. But you see, I haven't mastered the art, so some of them good friends are able to see when the rivers of fake lines like yeah I'm alright are dry now. And so my friends and family plead me, Jack, please tell us what's going on and believe me. Sometimes I just want to curl up and give my mum that great big cheesy cuddle and say, Mum, I love you. For me right now things are tough, but I know they're gonna get tougher. I feel I can't even do that because that's more stress I put onto my mother. And yeah, she feels it's her job to handle all this, and moreover she wants to comfort her son like a mother, but I've let that family down. I couldn't let me burden them. Another problem onto the plate of worries that they're struggling to munch through. Seeing what my mum and dad have to constantly go through make me feel like my problems are absolutely minuscule, and this piece that I'm writing shouldn't even exist because it's minimal to the stuff that they and other people have to live through. And it makes me laugh when I hear about the baby food that other people say they've been struggling to chew. It's ironic because I actually find it hard to digest all the rubbish that they spew. They talk about they're hungry but they've never had no food in ya. Beans on toast, maybe eggs, they call that all day breakfast. Well, that was my 5-star dinner. Talking about student loans and the price of books, you still managed to get your little raven and go buy nice garms for the shops when Price couldn't buy the books. So when you're raving, he'll have to be in the library, buy the books. Imagine, I thought my degree would have saved me from this state of borderline poverty. I'm struggling to find money for food, let alone peace to join any societies. Imagine I made a team, but I don't have the fees to shoot threes. It looks like the light at the end of the ever-growing tunnel has no possibilities. I now worked hard to be where I am. I don't need to go through the ins and outs, but just know I spent a whole year working hard, full-time hours. Whilst they was lying comfy on their couch, I was up at ungodly hours. Everything from my mental and physical health went south, not to mention revision on top of that, and I done it all myself, not to brag. My people and my God, yeah, that's who I got to thank. Everyone has their own problems, sure, but more time I'm just hearing lots of chat. They don't know about real life pain. I was going several days straight hiding it away. They're the type to cry before they even got the smack. Half of them haven't even got shopping for their rents, let alone give mummy money for rent. Everyday norms for me, but this was called growing up for them, and I always brought the man them in. If you was on your last penny when I had 20, you'd leave the words to change your life and come out the other end with 10. I've starved for some friends. I've fed them literally. Forget a cloth, I've given them the skin from my back. I've given them a part of me, my soul, my time, my heart. And for some of them I didn't even get a thank you back. And when they're up, they're gonna wanna forget about me. This ain't a sob story. This is hardly an intro. Think about it this way, for years I haven't told you any of this info. And really and truly, this is a scratch on the surface. You don't know ditto. You don't know my life story, you're just looking through the window. You haven't even got a clue what I've been through. I'm just sharing this piece. The part that gets me upset is that some people are doing this and it doesn't mean as much to them as what it means to me. My work rate doesn't show proof it, but I've been begging for God to come and take me, please. Not to take me where he rests, but where he intends for me to go and fulfill my dreams. I won't be another tortured soul to this society. I'd rather die for saying something, standing up to them, than bowing down and taking a knee. So please give me a listen. I mean, you ask me if I'm alright. You practically gave me the canvas and my words are a brush. I'm just painting a picture. You ask me if I'm alright. It's not even your care and consideration I'm in for, it's your intentions I'm seeking. Because I want to know the meaning to the question, and your perception to this poem will be the revealing. You ask me if I'm alright, and I'm just spilling my feelings. And so you should really be feeling my weakness, and if you're not, then the question you keep asking is just attention seeking. You don't want to know if I'm alright. You want to know if you're right in my life, and if you've done enough so that when it's my time and I'm breaking bread with a family like I do, you won't be sinking below the breadline, and as usual you'll be taking some of me for you. The people who stopped listening minutes before couldn't believe the truth, but you hear you're real, so listen up, this is me to you. I won't lie no more, I'm not alright. And there's times in my life where I haven't been fine. And those times won't stop, but I know that they'll decrease. Because I look in myself and I see the possibility. One day I'll be great, and nobody could tell me otherwise. It's not no money, it's not any fame, it's not for me to be a star in the public eyes, it means for me to be good. Continue to share my words, to remain humble and grateful, and change lives with my work. So am I alright? I will be, once I've made a change to this world.